I'll meet you guys at the end. I think I forgot something. I slip away before anyone can ask me any questions and make my way back to those kids. They were dependent on that crystal money to survive, and I can't sit by and do nothing to help them. I know I don't have much to offer, but maybe giving them a cut of my reward can help tide them over. Quietly, I enter the house so as not to spook the children. As into the trap door, I hear Kara's voice. How did she get here so fast? Well, that's kind of her motif, isn't it? And what is she doing here? Probably the same thing. I mean, that's just my reckoning. Slowing my steps, I silently creep toward the trap door and spy on Kara and the kids.
Here you go, guys. Take this.
She hands the oldest boy a fat coin purse. We must have the same idea about sharing our reward money. The boy silently accepts it, too shocked by the amount of money to even speak.
The man won't be coming for crystals anymore, so use that to help you find a new way to survive.
The boy nods numbly. Some of the younger children huddle together, clearly frightened for their futures. Kara smiles reassuringly.
I know it seems scary, but I promise if you stick together, you'll be fine.
The kids hug each other.
I won't let anything happen to anyone.
Good. I know you won't. Take care of yourselves, okay? And stay out of trouble.
Kara turns to leave and I scramble out of sight. She doesn't notice me as she hurries away. Odd. Seems like she's got a soft spot for these kids. I better do what I came here to do and get back before people get too suspicious. Hey kids. I go down to the trap room. The oldest boy looks up at me in surprise. Here. I toss him a small bag of my coins, which he fumbles before catching. He looks genuinely surprised if he can't believe it's happening.
But why?
If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have caught the bad guys. The kids were a big help.
Really?
He looks at the children and give them hopeful eyes. Then he grins.
Thank you.
I nod. I should be getting back. Once I return to the upstairs, I hear the children scramble below in a series of excited gasps as they inspect the reward money.
Wow, the girl gave us so much!
I've never seen so much money before in my life!
The boy still gave a lot, though. More than we got from crystals.
Oh, just how much money did Kara give? Was it her whole reward? For a treasure hunter, that seems very generous. Maybe there's more to it. I wonder what it could be as I return to the inn and meet up with the rest of the group. At the end of the inn, Leon looks around.
Where's Kara?
Kara's not back yet? But she left before me. I don't know, I thought she was following everyone back.
I thought so too.
Liana bites her lip and furrows her brow. I'm sure she'll be back soon. While wait for Kara to return, we decided to grab something to eat. All the excitement going on, we forgot about dinner. We get our orders and settle in. Zach and Liana dig in. Amelia, on the other hand, is quiet as she stares at her plate. Is she okay? Amelia? She looks up at me. Blank eyes.
Yes?
Something wrong? She shakes her head. Yeah.
No. I was pondering about the lab at the Void Hideout, which was used to perform shadow transmutations.
Pondering what about it? Yeah, what exactly is... I'll pass next. Fuck off. I've been meaning to ask, what is the shadow transmutation you were talking about earlier?
It is the process in which shadow energy is merged with a crystal containing another form of elemental energy. This fusion causes an overwhelming surge of energy to spawn, which consequently destabilizes the crystal and causes the shadow energy to become uncontrollable and very dangerous.
But why? If it causes it to become dangerous, then I mean, well, theoretically it'd be used as a weapon, maybe? That's what my first guess.
This is what we refer to as a Tainted Sphere, like the one the Treasurer used in Raven Pass, and what was used to summon the Shadow Familiars.
So it is like a weapon then. Didn't seem uncontrollable when they used it though.
Perhaps not those times. However, as it is destabilized sphere, the energy is unpredictable. It's possible it will cast properly, but equally possible it will implode upon itself at any time, which would be fatal to the mage in possession of it.
So you've either got to be really, really stupid, or really stupid and think you're actually being very brave. Yeah, okay.
That's a best case scenario. Imagine if one of those crystals went off and spawned a shadow familiar in the middle of town.
Yeah, that would definitely be bad. Yeah, uh-huh.
That's why shadow transmutation has been outlawed, even before the Treaty of Asaria.
I thought you said all use of shadow magic was banned.
Yes, but there were legitimate users of shadow magic before the war.
Okay, can you describe what legitimate quote-unquote use of shadow magic is, though, as opposed to the... Well, what forms of shadow magic aren't inherently, you know, inimical to life? You lost me.
Shadow magic is not innately harmful. It was originally used in non-destructive ways, just like any other element.
And what were those ways?
That being said, a group of practitioners abused the usage of shadow magic, which revealed just how dangerous it can be when used in such a manner. That is what caused the eventual war in Assyria and the subsequent banning of shadow magic.
You also didn't answer my question. What is legitimate use of shadow magic then? What counts as legitimate? What applicable? You know what? Just and that group is void.
Correct.
Yeah, but are they also null, or did null come first? Don't mind me. Things start to make a little more sense. Yeah, but what counts as legitimate use of shadow magic? I have to know now. But I'm still not sure I understand it all.
It's just a little troublesome to think that there was someone performing shadow transmutation just on the outskirts of Stonecrest, and with a lot of crystals too.
Even though Void was defeated, it wasn't completely wiped out, and their remaining members have just been laying low.
Uh-huh. Amelia and Liana nod. The conversation lulls. We think about what was said. We finish the rest of our food in silence. By the time we finish up our meals, Car returns.
Hey
Hello.
guys, sorry I'm late. I met up with my contact and he came through. He said that there's some adventurer who's been talking about one of those high concentrations of energy.
Some adventurer. It says, but this adventure isn't going to be a problem. Are they?
He's at Hearth Point right now, but probably won't be staying for too long. We should head there in the morning and see what he knows.
Hearth Point? Is this a place we've... You know, never mind.
What's the guy's name?
Arton Hunt.
Zach shrugs. Guess he doesn't know
It
him.
might sound like just a rumor, but there's always a grain of truth in a rumor. At the very least, we should be able to get a clue or two.
Liana nods.
Okay, tomorrow we'll head for Hearth Point.
Yay! Amelia nods. I yawn widely. Tonight I thought I'm ready for bed. The team murmurs their agreement and we all turn in early. It's been a long day and that fight really took it out of me. I barely knew what I was doing. I fumbled so bad. After getting ready, I climb into bed and immediately fall into a deep sleep. Da 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 da. Don't mind me. I said a lot. The next morning, I wake up with a wide yawn. My body aches from the fight, but otherwise I feel very rested. I gather my things and meet the group downstairs for a quick breakfast. Then we begin our journey to Hearth Point. After traveling all morning, we decide to stop and rest for a while. The sun shines overhead in the sky, and there's a soft breeze to balance out the warmth of the day. Equipment rustling. Zach claims a spot in the shade of a tree where he cleans out his discharges, while Amelia and Car rummage through the packs to pass around water. Liana approaches me.
Since we're taking a break, would you be up for some magic training? We can go into the clearing so you aren't just out on the open road.
Yes, please. That would be beneficial. Finally, some alone. Oh, that's just creepy. Yeah, let's go. I nod. The faster I learn to cast, the faster I can go home. There's no point in putting this off. Let's do it. Liana smiles. And then jiggles. I follow her to a little alcove off the path. We're far enough that passers-by won't get a good view of me, but not far enough that we lose sight of the rest of the team.
The actual process is a bit tricky. You have to channel the energy out of the crystal, then concentrate on the process of shaping it, refining the energy into something you can use. So to do that, you need to concentrate on the crystal's form, and use your mind to alter it.
I'm getting weird, like, Green Lantern vibes. Never mind. I'm not sure I got all that. Or how I'm supposed to actually, you know, do it. You described, like, the process, but not how to really invoke said process. You know, you listed the steps, but not the actual instructions. There you go. That's what I... God, I'm dumb. She paused to think.
Okay, you have a manipulator now, so instead of trying to channel the energy from stored within you, try to concentrate on channeling through the manipulator.
How? Oh, down to the manipulator on my wrist. Alright, so I can channel the energy from this crystal. But how do I do that? I mean, at this point, it's like, what's the difference between... What's the difference between looking at this and how do I focus energy into it? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I'm wearing a flashy-looking wristwatch. You know, that's about as much... how?
Exactly. Like this.
Liana holds out a manipulator. It pulses soft with a blue light, and then a small burst of wind erupts from the manipulator. Okay, yeah, but how did you do that? Okay, I'll give it a go. Just hold it out and think wind thoughts. I stare hard at my manipulator, trying to focus the energy of the crystal. I scrunch up my face in concentration, but nothing seems to work.
Just concentrate on the energy. Let go of your distractions.
Easier said than done. Let go of my distractions. I try to clear my mind, but all I can think about is how nothing seems to be happening, or how that my... I try to clear my mind, but all I can think about is how I can't seem to clear my mind. Don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think, don't think, stop thinking, stop thinking, stop thinking. We're not supposed to be thinking, but now we're thinking. Great, okay. It's not working. I'm not working. Yeah, that's... I think that's probably a more accurate way to phrase this, is I'm not functional.
That's okay. Keep trying. It's always hardest your first time.
I think through Liana's explanation again. Is there something I've missed? Trying again, I concentrate, focusing on the energy, but nothing happens. This isn't working.
Don't give up. Try again. Just focus on that energy and use the manipulator to channel it.
I know you said that before, but it doesn't make any sense to me. You're talking to someone who has literally been thrown into this with no experience. All of this is completely alien to me, okay? Our world doesn't have magic, right? We just have anxiety and depression. Lana runs her hand through her hair as she frowns.
I don't know how else to put it.
It's probably because, again, you're thinking about it as from a perspective of someone who's lived their whole life in a world where this is just normal and taken for granted and it's everywhere.
Once you get it, you'll know. You just have to keep concentrating and trying.
Yeah, okay. That's really not helpful, but I take a deep breath to calm myself down. It's not Liana's fault, and she's being very patient. That is true. It's not her fault. It's just... This is a matter of, I think, miscommunication. A kind of a miscommunication thing in the sense that, like I said a little bit ago, it's, you know, taken for granted. This is something that's natural to her. It's her in her world. But for me, it's just, I don't, none of this. It's all, you know, alien to me. All completely, like, foreign doesn't even go so far as that. This is literally otherworldly. So, yeah. And the fact that she's being patient is just for the plus. It's just... It's user error in my case, I think. Is it just me? Why am I not getting it? Because I'm dense. I'll keep trying to get it right. There's something wrong with the manipulator. This isn't working. Okay, that's giving up. That's blaming the tool. I mean, there's always a chance that could be the manipulator, but don't jump to that conclusion because, you know, again, don't initially blame the tool when it could be you using the tool wrong. I'll just keep trying. But then we could just be delving into the definition of insanity. Leon doesn't give up on me, so I shouldn't give up on myself either. I have to keep trying. My face flushes as I try to find the energy of the crystal, but I'm still unsuccessful. Leon looks concerned at the sweat up beating on my temple.
Are you okay?
I sigh heavily. This is hopeless.
It just takes practice.
I can tell Liana wants to stay positive, but her words feel flat. And it's taking a toll on her too. I don't know what else to do. She frowns as she thinks, and she shakes her head with a sigh.
How about we take a break for now?
Yeah.
Maybe if you have a chance to think about it a little more, you'll have more success next time.
Maybe. I can only hope and pray. I half-heartedly shrug Sure. I try to keep the skepticism out of my voice, but Liana seems just as skeptical as we return to the group. Kara, Zach, and Amelia are ready for us when we get back. After I have a chance to rehydrate and grab a quick bite to eat, we continue on our way. The rest of our journey goes far more smoothly than my training. As the sun dips low in the sky, we decide to rest up for the night. After securing a well-covered area, we get to work on setting up a camp.